Hi everyone, this is Luke from Guide to Match Betting. Today we're going to be talking about betting tipsters, how they make their money, and whether they purposely choose losing bets for you. What I've got on screen for you now is a Guardian article. I'll link it in the description below. Quite old now, posted in September 2017. But the reason I'm sharing it with you today is because I was having a conversation with a friend about how betting tipsters supposedly choose losing bets on purpose. And this Guardian article title is in fact, Tipsters Deliberately Recommend Losing Bets to Punters. Why would a tipster purposely recommend a losing bet to their followers? This is because they earn up to 30% in commission via the affiliate links of bookmakers. Now, I want to address some things in this video, but firstly, whilst I am highly critical of betting tipsters, especially those that make their money via losses on other people, I am going to make a small case for them. As you may or may not know, here at Guide to Match Betting, we operate with a no bookmaker affiliate link policy and no casino affiliate link policy, despite the fact that loads of bookmakers and casinos have contacted us and asked us to essentially lose all of our followers' money. We have declined. At one point, we did create a page on our site that had bookmaker offers on it, and then it said, we don't want you to lose any money, but if you are going to, then you may as well earn some for us instead. We thought it was a funny way of doing it. We thought it would perhaps tempt people into not going ahead and gambling, but in the end we just thought, you know what, remove the risk entirely and let other people earn the dirty money. A lot of people, especially on social media, are making huge amounts of money by recommending bets to you. Ultimately, the vast majority of gamblers will lose money. They will lose money by following tips, and then they will go off and they will place their own bets, or they'll go and do some casino slot spins or roulette spins or whatever, and people will lose money, and the affiliates that originally got you signed up to the site will take a big portion of your losses. This is why people are always advertising sign-up offers for bookmakers, because they want to be the ones who got you through the door at the bookmaker, so that when you go on to lose money, they are the ones that get rewarded for it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I do want to stick up for tipsters just for a minute. As we see in the title of the article, it says that tipsters deliberately recommend losing bets to punters. I don't know if it would be classed as clickbait, or I don't know if it's the fact that it's intentionally misleading with the words, or whether it's actually accidentally misleading. I can't comment on those facts, but what I know for sure is that the friend I was discussing this with definitely thought that tipsters purposely choose you losing bets. This is where I want to stick up for them. Why would they choose you a losing bet to get 30% of your losses? If they knew what team was going to lose, they could just lay that team on the exchange, or they could back the other team or the draw on a bookmaker's site, and they could win the money themselves, and they would get a lot more than the 30% of your losses. It doesn't make sense that these tipsters sit at home, they know as much about sports as anyone else, they've looked at a few form guides, and then they think, that's it, I know definitively who is going to win or lose. That is just not the case. The way that tipsters go about this, I know that it specifically referenced it with the long shot bets, it is because these bets are poor value. Not because they are guaranteed to lose, but because the EV of the bets are incredibly low. Bookmakers in general offer lower odds than is fair. It is not a fair price that you get when you bet with a bookmaker the vast majority of the time. This is similar to betting on blackjack or roulette, where you're not paid out at the fair price based on the chance of you winning. Let's take a look at how this works now. Now, I have picked a game where the odds are actually quite good in favour of the bookmakers because it is a Premier League match, a highly competitive area. The bookmakers do tend to try to be competitive on the prices here. But this is for the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace game. If I just move my chair out of the way slightly, hopefully you can see the Sky Bet prices here. We've got 1.5 for Arsenal to win, 4.5 for the draw, and 6 for Crystal Palace to win. If we then compare them, so it's 1.5, 4.5, and 6. And then on Smarkets, we have a price on Arsenal of 1.52. So that is actually the same price after commission. If you were to bet £100 on each, you would return £50 profit after commission or without commission on the bookmaker. It is the same odds. The odds were 4.5 on the draw, but you will get 4.8 on the exchange. And on Crystal Palace, you've got odds of 7.2 versus odds of 6. You can see how much of a difference it is. If you didn't watch my video from the other day that explained EV and how the markets work, prices on the betting exchange are as fair as they pretty much can be, because they take the opinions of thousands or tens of thousands of people and combine them all together so that it is a fair market price. If you then compound those poor value bets, so even if one bet is slightly poor value, If you then put it into an accumulator, or even just a double or a treble, you are compounding the poor value with another team of poor value, and it just multiplies how bad the value is, which means that ultimately, long term, you will lose money. This does not mean that tipsters are intentionally choosing you losing bets, as in they know which bets are going to lose. All it means is they are choosing bets that they know are poor value. Or, you know what? In fact, a lot of them won't even know what poor value is because they're not tipsters at all. They're just people that choose bets. There is a difference between people that just look at bets and pick something and people who actually know what they're on about. A lot of these people are far from betting experts. They simply just pick bets to keep their social media following happy and to keep the affiliate revenue rolling in as well. Now, what I do want to address are some good points from this article. The majority of tipsters out there are using a variety of tactics in order to make themselves look more successful than they actually are. Firstly, if they win a bet, they will be screaming and shouting about it. If they lose a bet, it will just be a simple case of on to the next one. Hope we win again next time. Secondly, a number of the smaller ones will simply create new pages. They will just disappear and reappear under a different name, and no one would ever know that the two were the same people. Thirdly, they post fake odds. People who actually keep a track of their results will often be posting fake odds or odds that were only available for a very, very short amount of time. By increasing the odds that you are reporting, not necessarily the odds that you are actually getting, it means that your record will technically be profitable. As long as the odds you are reporting are above the exchange prices, then theoretically, long term, you are going to be in profit, and therefore people would be impressed by your record. I know that people do like to follow tipsters. I myself have sent some tips out in the past, but only for betting on exchanges. I actually did return a profit. I have nothing against people wanting to follow tipsters and have some fun, but the problem I have is that people are losing their livelihoods, and people genuinely believe these tipsters know what they're talking about, and the fact is they know no more than your average punter. Anyone can become a tipster these days with a Facebook page and a logo. I'm going to post my affiliate link in the description below for Smarkets and Betfair. These are the two sites that I recommend you betting on. Bet on a betting exchange where you're going to get a fair price for your odds. If you go on to win money or if you go on to lose money, that makes no difference to my financial position. The only income I would make is based on the commission you paid. So the more bets you place, the higher value of bets that you place, that is how I would earn my money. And that is why we don't go with bookmaker affiliates, because we don't want to be rewarded when people lose money. All we want is for people to be betting at fair prices. And if we get a small percentage of that, then I am comfortable with that. Because the way this model works is that I'm not exploiting people, and I'm more than comfortable in being open about the fact that we would earn some money if you were to go through our links. But whether you were winning or losing wouldn't matter to us, and that is why we put all of our effort into making sure people actually win their bets. Remember, these people don't purposely choose losing bets. They simply just don't understand value. And if they do understand value, then they're worse people than I originally thought. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and I would love to know your thoughts, as always, in the comments below. If you're interested in more betting content going forward, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that button as well that looks like a bell, so it will remind you every single time I post a video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, have a good day.